guys, welcome to Lazy Acres Natural Market in Encinitas, California. I'm Chef Isabelle and today we are making homemade corn tortillas. So I'm going to show you a little easy homemade step-by-step way to make those in your own home. So let's review your ingredients. Hopefully everybody washed their hands. This is a good recipe to involve the little one or involve the intermediate. Everybody can make these. It's very basic. The more you're going to make these, the more you'll get used to it and make it better and better every time. So let's review your ingredients. So I'm going to move this aside because I made this before. Alright, so for this recipe we're going to need some warm water. I'm boiling some water right now, just like really warm would be good. Tap water that's really warm, that works fine too. Masa, which is corn flour. We're going to have a measuring cup and some spray throat tortillas, and this is what we're going to be using today. So any gallon size Ziploc bag or something that's like a Ziploc bag will work, okay? And even better, it's the freezer kind, or a little bit thicker. And I'm going to show you, don't need to have this, but I have some kale juice, which on the other recipe I use beet juice, just to use this as a natural colorant for our corn tortillas. So let's go ahead and make our recipe. Alright, so I have a bowl and a large spoon. And this one, if you're going to use warm water, I want to be sure that the little ones are not too close to it so it doesn't spill on them. So what we're going to use is 2 cups. And this, be careful because we're going to add slightly, a little bit at a time of water, so to be sure that we're adjusting our masa harina the perfect way. So 2 cups of our masa. I'm having technical difficulty. I don't know if you guys heard the background. Alright, and again, let me know where you come from today. Comment below if you want the list of ingredients. Scroll all the way back up to your comment. You'll see the list and all the measurement needed, okay? And again, if you follow us on Instagram or Facebook, please follow us. And if you want to take picture, tag us on our Instagram down below. It's right at the bottom of the picture right here. So again, 2 cups of masa right here. And then we're going to turn this off, and I'm going to add about 1.5 cups, and but we're going to adjust it as we go. Okay?
Chef, we already have some fellow chefs joining along. We have Catherine Blake as well as Karen Watson.
Nice to join in. Let me know where you guys come from and where you're watching from, okay? Again, so I have a cup right here. We're going to slowly add this to our recipe because we want to be sure. So I'm going to add a cup first, and then I'll add the 1/2 cup after. So it's gonna, masa harina is really dry. This corn is just gonna absorb everything, so you just want to slowly add to adjust it, because once you add too much water you can't take it off, okay? So you see how it's comely and dry, and it takes about a couple minutes to really absorb it through, because the corn flour is really porous, so it slowly get into the flakes. Alright, so I have a cup here because I said about 1.5 to 2 cups. So we're going to adjust this. Just going to add it a little bit at a time. And I'm going to put it to the side. Okay, add it to our masa. And because I'm going to add some kale juice that I got from a juice bar.
Now, Chef, does that kale juice make it taste any different?
No, it doesn't change any of the taste. Even I use some of the beet juice. It's just like a natural colorant. It's not like we're adding turmeric that's going to add a flavor to it. So the kale doesn't really add anything. So I'm going to add that to the hot water right here. And again, that counts as our liquid. So I want to be careful to not over add anything to this. Okay? And the trick with making your tortillas is you want to knead this to be sure that the flour is really absorbing the liquid, okay? You can't just take this and just put it in the pan and expect it's going to be crumbly, kind of good to separate, and it's going to crackle around the edge, okay? You want to let it sit a little bit. You want to knead, you want to use warm hot water so it really absorbs into the masa. And you see it's a little too, so you see that's elbow grease right here. So that's when the kids come along and they can help. They like this part.
Yeah, it's like Play-Doh.
Yeah, it's like playing with Play-Doh. And you can use different colors. You can make this marble tortillas that I like to do when we do a cooking class here. All right, so I add about 1.5 cups maybe a couple tablespoons more than a cup and a half. And it's coming together, not as crumbly, but not too play-doughy, meaning like it's like mushy and sticking. So what you want to do after you have like the right consistency, because it's going to keep absorbing everything for the next 10 minutes, I want you to knead this dough. I don't want it too hot so you can handle it. So I'm going to move this to the side. Right here, I'm going to toss this, and then we're going to knead our dough a little bit. And then I'm going to show I already made one that's sitting right here. So you see, I don't know if I'm going to, say it's still sticky, all right? But it's going to keep absorbing like I was saying for the next like 10 minutes. So you see how it's sticky. But we're going to work on this. Well, let me switch this, and I'm going to show you how to knead. It's like any dough. It's going to get sticky at first, keep on absorbing. Use your palm. See, it's still sticky, but it's not too bad that it's sticking like too much, okay? So you're going to do this about like for, I don't know, 10 minutes, depending how much that you're making. And everything's going to come together. And if it's too dry, you can add a teeny bit of water at a time, meaning like maybe a tablespoon at a time, okay? So let's say I need this for about 10 minutes, right? I'm going to scoop this and show you what it looks like when it's been kneaded. Wash my hand because I don't want to make it two different colors.
I know that sometimes in our cooking classes that we were able to do here in the Moonlight Room, we would sometimes let the kids mix the two colors.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
the
what I was
red
saying.
and the green.
Yeah, earlier so it makes like this marble tortillas. Like if you mix it, like we were taking like half
Yeah.
the
The kids
measurement.
really enjoyed that.
Yeah. All right, so you see right here? Right here. So you said break it, it doesn't stick to my hand, and that means like the dough is ready. So I'll show you what we're gonna do.
What we're gonna
I'll show you what we're gonna do. What we're gonna do in a minute, okay? So I have it here on standby. I cover it with a damp cloth because you don't want the cloth to absorb the moisture and then your dough is getting drier. So it's very important to have a damp cloth, whatever you're not using as you're making the tortillas, and just fold it and keep adding to your recipe. That's what it is. So we don't have a press. A lot of people don't have a press at home. I like to use these. That's what I do for class. So I'm cutting each side like this. And that's what we're going to use as the press.
Basically, anybody can do this at home.
Yep.
You don't even need to buy one of those tricky, well, they're not tricky, but hard to find tortilla presses, right?
If it's going to be something that you make like once in a while, I don't believe that everybody needs to buy a bunch of gadget all the time to store. It's going to be something you make for an activity for the kids or anything like that. It's easy to just, everybody has Ziploc bags and these gallon bags. So you still have two right here. So I'm going to do this, and you need a rolling pin. And that's it. That's pretty much it. So we're going to take just a little bit of our dough. I'm going to start this on high, and I have some cooking spray on standby right here. So I'm going to show you what we're going to do with this. So let's say like ping pong ball size. I'm going to roll it, keep it tight so it doesn't crack too much. And of course, like a press will make more even and perfect tortillas. This, let the kids go with it. If they don't fold right, it still tastes like corn tortillas. And it's easy. All right, so I'm gonna put it in the middle. I have my ping pong size ball right here that I flattened out a little bit. I'm gonna put my other piece of the Ziploc bag, and I'm just gonna keep rotating like this, like that. And we're just gonna make the tortillas. And it's okay if it gets all crooked. I'll show you how we can like readjust around. Just try to make it like flat, even, so it's not too thick and not too thin. With all 8 tortillas, it's about, I don't know, maybe like 3 millimeter. So you see it's all like jagged. I'm going to show you guys how we're going to make these little street tortillas.
And Chef, as I'm going through the comments, we have so many people joining us from all over California. We've got
Yay!
Kathy, which is San Diego. Marie, hello. Denise is joining us from Lemon Grove.
Nice. I know everybody's joining us right
Annie
now.
from Long Beach, Laura from National City, Letty from Santa Barbara, and Gina from Temecula. So thank you all for joining.
Are you guys with your kids? I would like to know, like, maybe you're making this recipe today, or maybe you're keeping, you know, this follow along recipe for a little bit later to have on hand. All right, so I flat my tortillas, and you see it's kind of cook it all over. So easy way is just like to peel back, make it easy to peel back like this. What I'm going to do is you can take one of these or even a knife, and because it's not a press, of course it's going to be like not perfectly round, but it's okay.
It's okay to just eat it the way it is,
yeah,
too.
it's a lot of fun. They make heart shape, they make all these things. It's totally fine. And look at this.
A little rustic.
Get the tortillas. I'm going to put a little bit of spray. And then I'm going to make tortillas right here. Like this. And then again, peel what's left. Easy breezy, and start over again. And you know, if you have one press, only one person at a time can do it. If you have a zipper bag, all the kids and everybody can try to make their own. And it's really fun because you can do marble. I'm trying to do it with the green, but the green is not quite ready yet because it hasn't rasped. It may crackle. So I'm just, like I like to do, putting two color, kind of break it, mix it together, but don't over mix it so it doesn't make, you can see all the perfect color. And again, one was color would be juice from our juice department. The other color was, I had kale juice. So you just add and make it separate so you have like these color.
And we've got so many more joining us. We've got Cami and Monica from Downey. We've got Aaron all the way from Texas.
Oh,
howdy.
nice.
We've got Barbara from Los Angeles, Daniel from Beaumont, Monique from San Francisco.
Oh, we have
welcome.
Everybody from all over today. And this is just like a fun way to make tortillas from home. It's very affordable. Masa costs like $2-3 a bag. It's like costs nothing, and it's just a fun way. And it's just water and masa, really.
And Chef, you normally find it over near the flour, right?
Yeah, in the flour department. Yeah, like baking goods and things like that. Okay, so now I'm going to show you again. Look at this. I'm going to flip this one. Look at these. Easy breezy right here. And the other side is even better.
It's like a little yin and yang.
Yeah, but the other side looks more marble. So you see, you can just take a knife if you want to have like the perfect tortillas. Look at this. This is a fun one for the kids to do. Very easy. And look at that. Right here. Look at that. You have these great tortillas.
Yeah.
I cook it a little bit more on the other side. But that's it. So 2 cups, just add it like a cup and a half and adjust it.
And about how long, Chef, on each side for the tortillas?
It depends on the thick that you did it, okay? So about like, I don't know, like 30 seconds on one side. It needs to be piping hot so they kind of bubble up. I'll show you in a second when this one is done on the other side. Maybe a minute on each, you know, like 30 seconds on one side, and again, it needs to be very piping hot.
And
so.
Chef, just to reiterate how we got the colors in those tortillas.
So right here, so you see it start like it's nice and bubble because I knead this dough. So it's very important to knead it for 10 minutes, okay? And again, piping hot. So again, 2 cups of flour of masa, and then we add a cup and a half, maybe a couple tablespoons more of water. It needs to be hot. If you add color, you need to consider that the coloring liquid, meaning or juice that we add is included into the quantity of water that we add into our masa. And then work it. Once you get incorporate all the ingredients, you can knead it for 10 minutes, let it rest for another 10 minutes, and then you're good to go. So the more you knead it, the better your tortillas will be. So again, look at this. I'll flip this one.
So Chef, if you don't mind me asking a couple questions. These tortillas are corn, so they're not necessarily going to puff up when you cook them.
No, but you'll see they'll create like these little bubbles, so they're still pliable. If you didn't put enough water and knead it enough, it will be like a very brittle corn tortillas.
And Gina had mentioned that she's been to the store and seen some masa that is more coarse and some that's fine. So which kind of masa are we looking for?
No, with the masa will be more like a flour. The corn that you're trying to look is more like corn grits. That's probably, they're usually side by side. You have the corn grits, which is a bit more coarse, and then you have the masa that would be the fine flour. So it's really easy to take one bag than the other. And again, right here, look at this. This one is done. I'm going to turn this off because it's getting really hot in here. Right here. So I'm going to show you, look at these nice tortillas. Color, have fun with it. You can use turmeric to add like that yellow tone to it. They're very easy to do. We just keep on going, and then if everybody's helping in the kitchen, you get your dozen tortillas like in about 5 minutes. So again, thanks again for coming. If you join us again this afternoon at 6 o'clock, I'm making homemade rajas. Follow us on Facebook if you want to have all these links of all our free recipe. Again, if you take some picture, just tag us below on our Instagram. I would love to see what you guys are making, and that's really rewarding for me to go back and see your picture. Again, 6 o'clock rajas. Join us. We'll be using these tortillas to make rajas tacos with. Thanks again for coming. Thanks again for coming. Live from the Lazy Acres Natural Market in Encinitas, California. Isabelle Barrel here. We'll see you soon.